Students, welcome back. Today we are taking another class of Thallophyta. Okay, so class is Phyophyceae. In the previous lecture we have done about the Chlorophyceae, and the another name of Chlorophyceae was the green algae, in which chlorophyll pigment was present. And here we are talking about the class Phyophyceae, and this is also known as brown algae. The name itself indicates that it is brown in color. So here we will discuss that why the color of these algae are brown and what are the different characteristics. One more important thing about the brown algae, that they are also known as the seaweeds. Okay, because they are present in the water or the aquatic medium. Now here I have mentioned some examples which is given in the NCERT, and these examples are very important. Okay, like Ectocarpus, Sargassum, Laminaria, Fucus, Dictoria. So all these are the example of brown algae. Okay, so now here what are the different characteristics of these algae? Here we are talking about the general characteristics of all the brown algae. So let's start with the first one, that is habitat. And we know that habitat is what? Where the organisms are living, or we can say mostly abundant they are present in the particular environment. So if we will talk here about these brown algae, so we know that all the Thallophyta present where? Mostly in the aquatic condition. If you will talk about the Chlorophyceae, there were also these aquatic ones, but most of them are the fresh water, okay, or marine water. And we have said that all these were the cosmopolitan. It means that they were found everywhere. But now if you will compare the habitat of these brown algae, so mostly they are marine in habitat. Okay, so it means that they are mostly found in the marine condition, and in fresh water they are rarely found. Okay, and along with this you can see in the brackish water. So these are some habitat of the brown algae. Okay, now another one is the size is that if you will talk about these algae, so there are different forms of these algae. Okay, so we can say that in brown algae they are found in many forms. Okay, most variation are present in the brown algae. So here you can see that most of the algae or they are simple branched or filamentous. Okay, so some algae are simple branched and filamentous. Example is Ectocarpus. Here in this chapter, all the examples are very important. Okay, so focus on these examples, that what are those algae or what are the example of those algae which are filamentous form. So you can say Ectocarpus. Okay, now these algae can be profusely branched. It means that they can be present where branching is more. If branching will be more, what will happen? Then it can attain the height of several meter. So here we have mentioned that some of the algae are of length up to 100 meter. Okay, it means you just imagine how long these algae are, and these are found in the water condition. So here it have to reach up to the surface of the water. ये एल्गी कहाँ होती हैं? वाटर के सरफेस में. इनको कहाँ आना होता है? पानी तक ऊपर आना होता है. तो what is required? The length must be more, then only they will move towards the upper surface, and where they can take photosynthesis. Because we know that all these plant kingdom have the characteristics of photosynthetic in nature. So these, when these are will be profusely branched, they can take photosynthesis very easily. Okay, an example is kelp. So kelps are the example of branched form of the brown algae. And now one very important question, that largest brown algae. Okay, so which is the largest brown algae? Macrocystis. Macro related to something large. So here we are talking about these largest brown algae, which is the kelps, which are having the length of more. Now if we will talk about the cell organization, because we know that every organism is made up of cell. So here the organization of cell is what? Multicellular. Okay, all the members of brown algae, they are multicellular, right? And another thing about the cell wall, when we are talking about any cell, so these are made up of proper cell which is having the cell wall, and we know that cell wall is the characteristics of planting. Okay, plant की characteristic क्या होती है कि cell wall present रहती है, and this cell wall is made up of what? Cellulose. Now if you will compare with the previous algae, in green algae also cell wall was present, but it was made up of some different components. Okay, pectose was there, but here if you will talk about the cell wall is cellulose. Along with the cellulose, one more thing is present, algine. Okay, algine, or we can say in form of alginic acid. For example, if it is a cell, okay, of any brown algae, so this cell wall is made up of cellulose, and outer of this cell wall you can see some gelatinous substance. ओके, और म्यूसिलेजिनस सब्सटेंस, कुछ स्टिकी सा सब्सटेंस कहाँ पे दिखाई देगा आपको, जो कि पूरी सेल वॉल को सराउंड करेगा, एंड दिस इज नोन एज व्हाट? दिस इज नोन एज एल्जिन, एंड दिस एल्जिन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Okay, if we talk about the economic importance of algine, then it is playing very important role, and this algine is present in form of calcium alginate. What is it? It is present in form of calcium alginate. And what is the function of this algine or calcium alginate? That it having the water holding capacity. जो एल्जिनेट है या फिर एल्जिन है, इसकी क्या प्रॉपर्टी होती है कि ये वाटर को होल्ड करने की इसमें कैपेसिटी होती है. नाउ व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ दिस वाटर होल्डिंग कैपेसिटी? सी स्टूडेंट्स, दैट इफ समटाइम्स देयर विल बी अ लो टाइड, ओके, एंड इन दैट कंडीशन these algae helps the brown algae to retain the water. ओके, जब पानी की थोड़ी कमी रहेगी तो क्या होगा, ये एक उस समय जो भी एल्जिन ने वाटर होल्ड किया होगा वही प्लांट यूज कर सकता है. ओके, सो वी कैन से दैट दीज एल्जिन हैविंग द टेंडेंसी टू होल्ड द वाटर. Okay, that's why we are using these type of algae in a transportation system also. अगर हमें कोई चीज़ एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ट्रांसपोर्ट करनी है in which moisture is required, okay, so we are using these types of algae. Why? Because they can retain water for a longer period of time, right? So this is about the cell wall. Now another thing, when we are talking about the cell organization, okay, inside the cell you can see the protoplast. If you will remove the plasma membrane or the cell wall, the remaining part, it is the protoplast. So in this protoplast you can see plastid is present. Plastid are what? Which is responsible for the pigmentation in the plant. So here the plastid as well as vacuole and nucleus is present inside the protoplast. Okay, and vacuole is somehow larger in size in case of plant, and this is the characteristics of plant. In all the plant you can see vacuole is more, or vacuole is larger in size as compared to the animal cell. Okay, so here we have discussed about the cell organization. Now another thing about the thallus, as we have discussed earlier, that it comes under thallophyta, and the body of these types of plant having thallus-like structure. It means that plant is not differentiated into true root, true stems and true leaves. इनके पास ना true root होता है, ना true stems, ना ही true leaves. So what are the different parts, or we can say what is the structure of that particular plant body? A plant body तो है नहीं जिसको हम कह सकते हैं plant. So what it is a thallus-like. Okay, so if you will see this thallus-like structure, it is somehow like this. If you will see in your NCERT, some structure you can see here like this. Okay, and they are having some root-like structure. So this type of algae is present in water condition, and this is known as what? Laminaria. If you will see the structure of laminaria, you can see that it is having one structure which is known as holdfast. Okay, this holdfast is just like a root-like structure. कैसे दिख रही है आपको? root-like, but these are not the roots. What is the function of this holdfast? That it attaches the body with the substratum. इसका काम क्या है कि substratum से attach होके रहती है. Okay, so we cannot say these are the roots. Instead of saying roots, we are using the term holdfast, right? And the function is attached to the substratum. Now another structure of the thallus is stipe. Stipe is what? It is a stalk like structure. Okay, so these stipes which is present in this thallus body, it's just like a stalk which is present in the plant, but these are not the proper stem. लग रही है आपकी stem जैसी, but ये stem नहीं है. Another thing which is present, which is known as frond. What it is? Frond, or you can say blade. Plant के केस में आप क्या देखते हैं? Leaf blade. Okay, so here instead of using the term, we are using frond. What is the meaning of frond? Frond, that these are leaf-like structure which is present in the brown algae, but these are not the true leaves. And what is the function of these frond? As we have said that it's just like a leaf, so it will act as a photosynthetic in nature. का काम क्या होगा? They are having some photosynthetic pigments which helpful in the photosynthesis, right? So here we have said that the thallus or the body of the brown algae is composed of holdfast, stipe and frond, and these are present in all brown algae, but here we have discussed the structure of the laminaria, right? Along with this laminaria, we are having two more diagram in your NCERT, that is fucus and dictata. Okay, so these three structures present in your NCERT. Go through it, then you can see that in case of laminaria, I have shown this diagram. Along with this, one fucus is there. If you will see the diagram of fucus, you can see very clearly that some bladders are also present. ठीक है, उनमें क्या होंगे? उनके front part में you can see some bladder like structure. What is the meaning of bladder? It means that some balloon like structure present right. And what is the function of these balloon like structure? As these are found in the aquatic condition, so उनको क्या provide करेंगे? It provide buoyancy to the these brown algae, जिससे कि क्या होंगे? Brown algae ऊपर को आसानी से आ सके. Okay, so these are having some bladder like structure which is a distinct feature of the fucus. Now if you will see the structure of dictata, okay, dictata having the structure like finger like, okay, these finger like projection, एक fingers की तरह आपको क्या पूरा structure दिखाई देगा, and these finger like projection is making the frond of the dictata body. Okay, so here we have discussed about the structure of laminaria, fucus and dictata. Now comes to the another characteristic about the photosynthetic pigment. Very important, because as we are talking about the kingdom Plantae, so here there must be some pigments, and these pigments are responsible for the color of any plant body. Previously we said that there was a chlorophyce in which green pigment, or we can say chlorophyll pigment, is dominant. Okay, when chlorophyll pigment will be dominant, it will appear like a green in color. But here, along with this chlorophyll, okay, so what is the difference between the chlorophyce and phaeophyce? That in chlorophyce we are having the pigment chlorophyll A as well as chlorophyll B, and in case of phaeophyce the pigments are chlorophyll A as well as chlorophyll C. Okay, this is the difference between these two. Along with these chlorophyll, because we know that chlorophyll is responsible for what? Green in color. But here along with this chlorophyll we are having xanthophyll. यहाँ पर क्या है? chlorophyll के साथ xanthophyll है, और xanthophyll में भी कौन सा xanthophyll है? Very important, fucoxanthin. Okay, so we can say that along with the chlorophyll, in case of phaeophyce, fucoxanthin is present, and this fucoxanthin is present in form of dominant. Okay, यहाँ पर क्या है? Fucoxanthin ज़्यादा है as compared to chlorophyll. So what it will do? It will give color, somehow different color from the green one. Okay, and what will be the color here? It will impart brown color in these types of algae. That's why from here itself it got its name brown algae, right? So phaeophyce having pigment fucoxanthin in a dominant form, and it will responsible for giving brown color for the algae. Now you can see various variation in these colors from the olive green to the different types of brown. ये depend करेगा कि फ्यूकोजेंथिन का अमाउंट या फिर पिगमेंट कितने हैं और उसी हिसाब से क्या होगी algae brown show होंगी. If it will be more fucosanthin, then algae will be more brown. If fucosanthin will be less, then it will start from the olive green. Okay. Now we will talk about the food reserve. Simply we have done this food reserve in the previous class in the chlorophyceae. In chlorophyceae we were having the stored food in which form? In the pyronoid form. But here if we will talk about the food reserve which is present in the brown algae, it is mannitol and laminarium. Okay, so these types of food reserves are present in the brown algae, and these are important for what? For the food also, because as we are consuming the seaweeds, and these are the part of the seaweed, example laminaria, sargassum, all these are the edible one. All these are the edible seaweed, and these are having these food reserve, which is very very important for the health also, because if you will see some of the food reserve or some of the algae, they are having rich in iodine content. किसी में क्या हो सकता है? iodine content ज़्यादा हो सकता है. So these are important as a economic importance, from the point of economic importance. So that's why we can say the food reserves are mannitol and laminarium. Okay. Now about the flagellation. It means that how many flagella are present, what is the position of flagella. So here, as if you recall the previous one, in the chlorophyceae, flagella was there, and that flagella was position was the apical portion. Okay, so the flagella which was coming from the apical part, as well as these were the two flagella. Okay, but here again flagella are two, but these two flagella are unequal. यहाँ पे flagella क्या होंगे? Unequal, and these flagella position is lateral one. वहाँ पे क्या था? अगर आपने क्लेमाइडोनस का स्ट्रक्चर देखा होगा तो आपको फ्लैजिला कहाँ से दिखाई दे रहे थे? एपिकल पार्ट से, लाइक दिस. Okay, you can see in the Chlamydomonas में कैसे दिखाई दे रहे थे? Apical part से. But here if you will see the flagella of the brown algae, it is forming from where? From the lateral side. And what are the lateral side? Side जो ये part होता है वो क्या होता है? Lateral side. And what is anterior or apical part? The front part. And what is the meaning of posterior? Back part. So from here you can see that the flagella are two in structure, and both flagella are not uniform in size. दोनों ही flagella क्या होंगे? Unequal होंगे. Or we can say one is of type Whipplus type and one is of tensile type. Okay, so if anyone will ask how many types of flagella, two types of flagella which are unequal in length. One is of Whipplus type and another one is the tensile type. Okay, now another important point, that if you will see the gametes of these brown algae, these are pear shaped, and we can say in scientific term pyriform. Pyriform का मतलब क्या होता है कि जो भी gamete है, whatever we are using the word, it is in pear shaped. And what is the structure of pear? Like this. So these are present in the pear shaped. So now we will discuss about the reproduction. And reproduction is what? As we have discussed earlier, same thing is present in the Phaeophyceae also. Reproduction can be vegetative, it can be asexual, and it can be sexual. Here I have mentioned some of the examples. Vegetative method, fragmentation is one of the method, in which if any body part splits from the parent body, and both will able to generate a new algae or a new plant body. ओके, अगर कोई भी पार्ट टूट जाता है और दोनों ही पार्ट क्या बनाते हैं? एक नई प्लांट बॉडी बना लेते हैं, उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? फ्रेगमेंटेशन. एग्जाम्पल इज सार्गासम. ओके, सो दीज एग्जाम्पल्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Another one is asexual, and we know that if we are talking about the asexual reproduction, it must take place through the spores. So here we can say the spores are biflagellate. कैसे spores होंगे? Biflagellate means that they are having two flagella. And we are saying these are the zoospores, which is in form of pear shaped. So we have discussed here that these pear shaped also known as pyriform, right? Now comes to the sexual reproduction. Same thing here also, it will take place through the isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy. Iso means same types of gametes. Morphologically, both male gamete as well as female gametes are similar in shape and size. So both can fuse and form the zygote. In anisogamy, both of the male and female gametes are dissimilar in shape and size. Here in oogamy, the female is larger in size, which is non-motile in nature, and the male one will be smaller in size, which is motile in nature. Okay, so here three types of methods in the sexual method of reproduction, and here what will happen, the gamete union, or we can say where these gametes will fuse, as we have discussed in kingdom Plantae, that if we are talking about the thallophyta, अगर हम कहाँ से प्रिमिटिव प्लांट से बात करें, थैलोफाइटा क्या है, प्रिमिटिव प्लांट. सो इन ऑल द प्रिमिटिव प्लांट्स दे लिव इन द एक्वेटिक कंडीशन. क्यों? क्योंकि उनको फर्टिलाइजेशन के लिए किसकी ज़रूरत होती है, वाटर की ज़रूरत होती है. सो वी कैन से दैट द गैमेट्स यूनियन और द गैमेट यूनियन टेक्स प्लेस इन द वाटर, and sometimes it also takes place in the oogonium. And what is oogonium? The female gamete or the female reproductive part. Right? So here we have done that sexual reproduction takes place by the three methods. And now economic importance, as we have discussed whole about the phaeophysi. So what is the importance? As we have already said, we are using as a seaweed, or we can consume these types of brown algae, which is very nutritious, as it contain these chemicals or the food reserve material which will provide the iodine supplement, right? And the examples we have quoted here, that food, and what are the examples? Laminaria, Necrocystis, Macrocystis, all these are the examples, or all these types of algae which we can consume. Along with this, sargassum is also there, which can be edible for the human beings. Now some can be used as an emulsifier, gelating agent, laminaria. As we have said that these algae which is present from outer to the cell wall, these are gelatin in form. Okay, these are the sticky in form. So these can be present to form the gelatinous agent in the jellies. Jellies में क्या होता है, gelatin agent होते हैं. वो gelatin agent हमें कहाँ से मिल रहे हैं? वो इस brown algae से ही मिल रहे हैं, जो कि कहाँ present रहती है, which is present at the outside of the cell wall. Okay, so we can use it as an emulsifier as well as gelatining agent. Examples we have discussed, laminaria. Okay, so here today we have completed this another phaeophysi class, and in the another lecture we will discuss about the rhodophysi. Okay, and rhodophysi, we know that rhodophysi is what? Red algae. So here what will be the characteristics we will discuss in the forthcoming lecture. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.